Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pastor Randy with Eagles Wings Fellowship, welcoming you to A Time with Him. Today, I'd like to speak with you out of the book of Acts and encourage you a little bit if you're going through a bit of a struggle, trial, tribulation, whatever word you want to throw on it. And I'm reading to you out of Acts chapter 16, and I'm going to begin in verse 25. And the reason I'm doing that is we all need a little uplifting from time to time. And these two guys are in pretty dire straits. They're in chains in jail. I don't know when the last time you were in chains in jail, but listen to what is going on here. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. Suddenly, a strong earthquake shook the foundations of the prison. At once, all the doors flew open and everyone's chains came loose. When the jailer awoke, he saw the prison doors open. He drew his sword. He was going to kill himself, presuming that all the prisoners had escaped. But Paul called out in a loud voice, saying, "Don't harm yourself, we're all here." Calling for lights, the jailer rushed in and fell trembling before Paul and Silas. Then he brought them out and asked, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" Now I'm going to stop there. Wow. Paul and Silas in jail. If you've ever seen photographs of the jails where they were, not even like prisons today, more like a hole in a rock and maybe a spot to sit on and chains on your ankles and on your wrists. But despite that surrounding, they were praising God and singing hymns. And the prisoners were listening to this, that even in their bondage, they loved God enough to just sing his praises because they were jailed for his sake. They got in trouble because Paul cast a demon out of a girl who was practicing the art of divination and making money for her masters. Well, he lost his income, raised a fuss, they got arrested, thrown in jail. Hence the story that I just read, this account. And this account is so pivotal because even in bondage, God will work for you. Did you catch that? I don't care what kind of bondage you're in. God's working for you. Now, the skeptics are going to say, oh, this is a geologically unsound area that has earthquakes all the time. Well, I'm not going to deny that. But isn't it interesting that at the very moment Paul and Silas were praising God and singing hymns, that God orchestrated an earthquake, and not only did it shake the ground and open the doors, but the chains came off the wrists and ankles. He made them free. He whom the Son makes free is free indeed. And then he had to stop the jailer from killing himself because he thought for sure that everyone escaped. And Paul said, no, man, we're all here. It's good. It's all here. And finally coming to himself, he said, wow, fellas, what do I have to do to be saved? Paul goes on to say, accept Jesus, follow him, you and your entire house will be saved. They got saved, they got baptized, they became followers of Christ. Just that easy. You can be as skeptical as you want to be. I don't care. You can be the biggest skeptic on the planet, but you can't deny the fact that right here, God orchestrated this activity to happen at this specific time to set these people free, to make them free, spirit, soul, and body. Think about it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever, including the jailer, would believe on him wouldn't perish but have everlasting life. Because he didn't send his Son into this world to condemn it, but through him the world might be saved. The jailer and his entire household got saved. They now inherit eternal life by the words that were spoken by Paul and Silas. What a wonderful thing. Once again, my time's up. It goes just so fast. So, God bless you. We love you. We appreciate you. And until, excuse me, the next time, you have yourself a wonderful day. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.